Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we'll be talking about who will the Los Angeles Clippers be drafting in this year's NBA draft. And let's get right into today's video. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Who do you guys believe would be the guy for them to draft? And I think, personally, I know a lot of people are going to be like, no. I think Zaire Williams is going to be falling in this draft. He had a very, very tough year at Stanford, living out of hotels for the first 6 weeks. Then he had to leave during the middle of the year before returning for the final few games. And on the court, he had some true high moments and had a triple double against Washington University. And he averaged 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists prior to his month long departure. He still left the school, like left college with inefficiency that kind of left a bad taste in all of our pounds. And he's 175 pounds. Yes, he's a project, but he has a lot of upside. So if he ends up on the right team, maybe the Clippers, that would be the project pick. Okay, now a pick I believe that they will go for because he'd be able to immediately contribute to the team's success would be a player. First off, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, of course, is a phenomenal player and a guy that I think if he was on, you know, he's going to be available, and he's one of the most versatile players in this draft. And I might be a little bit biased because I know a bunch of people who went to school with him, and I think he'd be a great guy, to replace Serge Ibaka if they don't keep him. And that's because, like, look, our man over here is 6'9", okay? 6'9", almost 6'10". He's a well-rounded forward. He's smart positionally. He passes well, mobile, and he has real potential to shoot. And he's already good at mid-range. He was the Big East Player of the Year, and he's one of these guys I trust to figure it out on the next level without a traditional game in the modern NBA. He's sharp. He knows where to be at all times. He rebounds. He makes good choices, and he's more than just a rotational player. I mean, not more. He is a rotational player. He's not going to be a star, but he could be a good starter. And we've seen a lot of success from undersized bigs in Blake Griffin and Marcus Morris in the playoffs to have a perimeter game and the strength to defend post-ups. So imagine him just coming in, being able to play right now, and just the impact he would be able to make. Then there's my boy, Jericho Sims. Yes, he only averaged the past 2 years like 1.1 blocks per game, but look, Sims is a prospect to watch. And I think it's because he's 44.5-inch vertical, is 7'3" wingspan, and he's about 6'11", okay? This kid can fly, and he right now is the 58th best prospect. I know it's a little bit high, but he's a guy who come in and just play immediately 15 minutes off the bench, just give you like 6 or 7 rebounds, block some shot, be a real energy guy to put next to them. And the Clippers love toughness. And another guy, if he's there, but I think the Knicks are going to take him, is Jaden Springer. And they like guys who are competitive, especially on the defensive end. And they've taken centers often in the last couple drafts. So Los Angeles could be looking for more perimeter help. And, a guy maybe sort of, Zaire Williams would be awesome. If they could find a guy, Miles McBride would be also good. And if they could have a guy who just needs a little bit of adjustments and improvements as a shooter, that would just help if they have a 3-and-D guy that they could get. And Ayo Dosunmu is another guy that they could get right there. There's a lot of prospects in this range that you can go for and it would work out, okay? Maybe it's not the best choice, but I think it's better than nothing. I want to hear your opinions down below. And what do you guys think of the Los Angeles Clippers and who they could potentially draft? I think it's, at the end of the day, it's very interesting. I think their best bet is if Zaire Williams slips down there, they're not going to let him leave. Jeremiah Robinson Earl is another great guy who could come in and immediately contribute. Same thing with Jericho Sims, but like the guys had said in the past, they have drafted like Daniel Oturo. So Jericho Sims is very unlikely. But another guard who could be available there that they could, Jared Butler is a great player who's probably able to come in immediately, Bones Highland. And there's a lot of players that, you just would see come in and play immediately. So with that being said, I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Who do you guys have being the Los Angeles Clippers pick this year, okay? I think there's so many great options, okay, and that it shouldn't impede them from picking anybody. So again, guys, I want to hear your thoughts down below on who do you guys think will be drafted this year, and I'll very much enjoy it. But yeah, guys, that's it for me. Comment, do all that good stuff. I'm just milking this to 5 minutes because that's the good number on YouTube, and that's what we're going for. So yeah, let me hear your thoughts down below. As always, guys, I love y'all. For peace. How out. That's probably so annoying. Don't care.